go. And put that right there. If that's how it worked, it would be a lot easier. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna chat over here since I can actually see it. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes list. There we go. I'm trying to find what cards the Morganite cards can actually improve. Hold on. Morganite. Just so I had the reference. Boop, 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 and boop. Go after the most expensive card first, that way it costs more to rebuild, but they manage to stow the rest away. God, you... I was about to say, man, Konami would be encouraging the crap out of that if that became a thing. Alright, so what was I gonna look up? Oh yeah, Illswarm. That was one deck I was looking into. First I gotta see how many of their cards are actually good and which ones aren't garbage. Okay, one by one. Alright, so they have the world champ difference is determined by the impervious stomach. Oh yes, I love shitting out card sleeves and overpriced cardboard the next day. Alright, so the normal premise of the Morganite cards, they can basically warp the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's see here. You get everything. Time-tearing Morganite allows 2 normal summons per turn and 2 draws per turn. Song Succumbing. Now 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase for each monster. If your monster battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage is doubled. Right answer searcher. And you can normal summon level 5 or higher monsters without tributing and do not pay life points. Of course he's barking. One sec. Man, I hate when those dogs do that. Have you seen the Pokemon card craze? Stuff is getting wild. I've heard a lot of scalpers are going after them. Alright, let's see. So what is actually good? So I'm about to go give him what for upstairs. He has been awful all day. So let's see. Rock. Let's see. So, Cupophilia. Cannot be special summoned if this card has left the field because your opponent. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target until the end phase. That's not bad. You still get to use him, but for rank 6, he wouldn't... The deck doesn't run rank 6. The deck's more focused on rank 4s. Yes, it is. But if your opponent's trying to get rid of everything, this basically stops them in their tracks if you can get one of their best monsters, so it's pretty fine. Evil Swarm Golem, once per turn you can target one level 5 or higher non-dark monster on the field, destroy that target. I actually feel like this would be worse. There's this video online of a guy physically holding his body against the machine to stop another person from using it. That is nuts. Alright, so Illswarm Golem is not good for this deck, especially in current play. Up to twice per turn, you can banish one monster from your graveyard. This card gains 300 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. That's garbage. Hold on, I gotta turn that music down a little bit. There we go. Evil Worm Zahark. If this face-up card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect, instant of the graveyard, target one special summon level 5 or higher monster on the field, destroy that target. That's too slow for current gameplay. Ketos, you can trigger this card. No. Caster. During the turn, this card was normal summon. You can normal summon one Illswarm monster in addition to your normal summon set card. Musical boom boom boom. Cards are less important than the boom boom. Sorry, I was trying to think and it was a little bit louder on my end. There we go. Much better settings. Okay. So Caster's perfect. O Lantern, you can tribute this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy that. Too slow. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated except during the damage step, you can banish this card you control during the next standby phase. Return this card banished by this effect to the field. If you do, it gains 300 attack. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yikes. During either player's turn. Okay, no, that's a little bit better. So it can activate whenever it feels like. Alright, yeah, that's a good effect. You can banish one Illswarm monster from your graveyard, then target one Illswarm monster in your graveyard, add to your hand. If the previous effect was activated this turn and not negated, you can activate this effect immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon one Illswarm monster while this card is in the graveyard. If it was sent there this turn, you can normal summon one Illswarm monster for one less tribute. That's not bad. What about Mandragora? If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. Go to starter. That's garbage. Infected aliens. Garbage. If this card battles an effect monster after damage calculation, negate that monster's effects, including in the graveyard. But your attack is absolute shit. So, God. Why do Illswarm have the worst effects? I guess it's not like what deck I'm trying to build. I'm trying to find any old archetype and see if the Morganite cards can prop up the deck better, because there are a lot of bad archetypes that Konami just said, we tried and now I feel like making something else. That's basically what I'm trying to do, is can these 4 cards prop up even some of the worst archetypes? Or do I see anything in the archetype that's salvageable? I'm sorry, Ouroboros, this card's... God, that's so bad. No. 3 level 4s might be okay for the stat line. The effects are not good enough for current play. This card has material level 5 or higher. Monsters cannot be special summoned. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, add 1 infestation spell card trap from your hand. Not a lot of those. Let's add 1 of each for the moment. And I'll look over them. But Ophion's pretty good. It is a floodgate, not a particularly good one, but it also searches a spell trap, so we'll hold on to that. Bahamut. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Discard. Hold on. I must be reading this wrong. Once per turn, detach a material from this card to target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Discard 1 Ill-Swarm monster, and if you do, take control of that opponent's monster. I've seen worse. It's fine enough. Ill-Swarm Thanatos. Thanatos? 2 level 4 dark monsters. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. This face-up card is unaffected by other monster effects this turn. This is literally 2 turns of protection, and you get ran over by a dark magician. Hell no. 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, once per chain, during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, if your opponent has more total cards in their hand field than you do, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, destroy all other cards on the field, also your opponent takes no further. I forgot about you. You used to be on the ban list. You can stay. Evil Swarm Nightmare. 2 level 4 dark monsters. When your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach 1 material from this card, change that special summon monster to face down defense position. Good. Well, at least those things are good. Alright. First step towards infestation. Hold on. You know what? I need to search this up because now somehow we had Ill Swarm, somehow we're going into Steel Swarm. Oh, that's right, Steel Swarm Origin. I still laugh about that. How in the hell you got made is a laugh, and how somehow these Ill Swarms were supposed to become Steel Swarm and they just took out the eye so it made sense that they could still make Steel Swarm Origin. Okay, we'll look at them in a second. I'm going to just double check these guys. So, first step towards Infestation. Return one face up, tribute summon Steel Swarm monster you control to the hand, draw one card. Oh my god, that's right. Steel Swarms rely on tribute summons. Son of a bitch! I'm just gonna put you down there for a second. Infestation Pandemic. All face-up Illswarm monsters you currently control are unaffected by other spell trap effects this turn. Well, that works. Infestation Wave. Return one face-up tribute summon Steel Swarm monster you control to the hand. Target one monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Infestation Tool. Send one Steel Swarm monster from your deck to the graveyard to target one Steel Swarm monster you control against 800 attack until the end phase. Infestation Ripples. Pay 500 life points to target one level 4 or lower Steel Swarm monster in your graveyard, so summon it. Infestation Terminus. Target one Illswarm monster you control and 2 cards your opponent controls. Banish the first target. If you do, return the second target to the hand. Continuous. Once per turn, you can shuffle one Illswarm monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the main deck. Add one Illswarm monster from your deck to the main hand. God, that's actually like one of the best ones. Alright. Put everything else down here except for the spell and trap. The only thing I'm gonna probably go. Let's see, do any of these guys mention Illswarm, or are they all focus on Steel Swarm? Steel, 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 steel. Does not care. Steel, steel. Nope. Nope. So you don't care. And this one I gotta double check. Steel Swarm Origin. 2 Illswarm monsters. When this card is in the extra monster zone, if a monster will be special summoned from the extra deck to the main monster zone, it must be summoned in the zone this card points to. While this card points to a monster, neither player can target with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once per turn, when a monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Illswarm monster from your deck in defense position up to the number destroyed. Well, it's Illswarm. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that this would make the deck better, but Illswarms are so bad. I'm realizing this, that they've been outclassed already. Just because Ryzeal exists. This is a rank 4 engine deck for Dark Xyz, for mostly Dark Xyz. Oh god. Even if you could, this deck wouldn't really add up to much. It's just trying to catch up to Ryzeal at this point. Oof. Huh. Well, steel swarms are interesting, but I mean, ill swarm, but they they just suck. Um, sorry about the eating. I can move my mic away a little bit. There we go. Is there more focus on steel? Do these guys? Let's see, you two go with the L swarm. Let's put you two down the extra. Let's have a look at these. Let's look at the steel swarms. There, mine start from the top. Let's have a look at you. Steel swarms, so you are a board wipe. Once per turn, if this card was tribute summoned by tributing a steel swarm monster, you can pay 1,000 life points to target one monster on the field, destroy that target. Ugh. Oh. Let's see. Most of these guys require tributes of Steel Swarm, but you're all board breakers. Hmm. When this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster, pay 1,000 life points to target one Steel Swarm monster in your graveyard is supposed to summon that target. Hmm. Steel Swarm Sting. When this card you control is sent to the graveyard, target one face-up Ritual Fusion or Synchro monster on the field to destroy that target. So if your opponent is playing any of those cards, it's immediate pop. Hmm. Steel Swarm Caller. When a Steel Swarm monster is tribute summoned, face up by tributing this card, you can special one level 4 or lower Steel Swarm monster from your deck. That's pretty good. Gatekeeper. If a Steel Swarm monster is tribute summoned, face up all the cards on the field, you can normal summon or set one monster in addition to your normal summon or set that turn. So, God, you really gotta hold out for this deck. You really do. But honestly, its payoff is just constant frickin' board wipes. Like, holy shit. Steel Swarm Sentinel. While this card is in face-up attack position, special summon level 5 or higher monsters in the field cannot activate their effects. I gotta admit that was pretty ballsy right there. Steel Swarm Genome. This card's trait has 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a Steel Swarm monster. Alright. Steel Swarm Scout. At the start of your main phase 1, if you control no spells, spell and trap cards, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. You cannot special summon other monsters the turn you activate this effect. Excusez-moi? You literally take up any special summon for the rest of the turn. Aren't you high and mighty? Steel Swarm Cell. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. While this card is in face protect. Hold on. Okay, you can special summon it. While this card is face up on the field, it cannot be tributed except for a tribute summon of a Steel Swarm monster and cannot be used as a synchro material monster. Oh, you guys are. I'm starting to see what you guys are made to combat. I'm starting to see it. Let's see, what were the infestations? Put that there. There we go. Let's see. So, turn one face up, tribute summon steals from a monster you control the hand, draw one card. First steps towards invasion isn't bad, but it feels like it would only be in response to Mantis being summoned. Just because you pay 1,000 life points to target one steals from a monster in the graveyard or special summon it, so... Wait, no. No, that card's pretty worthless. I have no idea why you would return a... I'm questioning a lot here. But yeah, I've seen there's no benefit for this. None. Infestation Pandemic, however, is pretty good when your opponent starts screwing with shit. So, yeah. That better be one hell of a target for Infestation Wave to go off. Infestation Tool sucks. This is just shittier Call of the Haunted. Oh, you know what? There's just a lot more cards that can do what that thing can do for a kinder price. Okay, sorry. Ill Swarm Infestation isn't the worst. I'm trying to be nice on this one. It's not the worst. It seems the Steel Swarms are just shittier monarchs. This is bad. They're just really bad. Sorry, I'm trying to be nice. Like, You're giving so much love and support to the Monarchs, but these guys are just similar. They just keep attributing Steel Swarms only. I'm trying to find out what the Morganite cards, what they can improve deck-wise. I thought they could improve the Steel Swarms, or even the Ill Swarms in general, but I'm having some trouble here. Like no other. Okay. So your enemy gets special summon from the hand, and can only be tributed for Steel Swarms. Scout's the last thing you ever want to special summon, because he locks you out of it after he comes onto the board. Genome's a fantastic card for this deck, considering it counts as 2 tributes. Steel Swarm Sentinel is just a floodgate. Monarchs need to be tribute to activate their effects, so not them. Yeah, Steel Swarms specifically say you have to. Oh, some of them say specifically you have to tribute Steel Swarms. I'm just trying to go through old archetypes, and if I look at the Morganite cards, I'm like, okay, what can these 4 cards benefit? What can these 4 cards improve what archetypes? That's essentially this entire stream, because I've had plenty of time to think today. Steel Swarm Gatekeeper. If a Steel Swarm monster is tribute summoned, tribute summon while this card is face up on the field, you can normal summon or set 1 monster in addition to your normal summoner set that turn, so you get 3 normal summons that turn. Steel Swarm Caller. When a Steel Swarm monster is tribute summoned face up by tributing this card, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Steel Swarm monster from your deck. Which is not bad. Steel Swarm Sting. If this card you control sends to the graveyard, you can target. For a Steel Swarm, you are literally just blow it the F up. And you only hit half of the. Oops, sorry. Interesting special summon mechanics. Steel Swarm Mantis. When this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster, you can pay 1,000 life points to target 1 Steel Swarm monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Unless you're after a specific target, Mantis sucks. Mantis just sucks. Like, if you're going for Gnome? I'm assuming we're gonna just call it Gnome. There's no reason to get this guy out. Unless you're after that specific target, because then that is just a 2 tribute cost. This card tribute summoned by tributing 2 Steel Swarm. Are you level 7? Oh, sorry. Read it wrong. When this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster, you can pay 1,000 life points to target 2 cards your opponent controls, return those to the hand. That's not the worst card I've seen. Kirstag. You can tribute this card. Tribute summon this card in face of attack position by tributing 1 Steel Swarm monster. When this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster, Chain Energy only hurts your opponent with that Morganite spell, so you can go nuts with 3 of them. Yeah, everyone's trying to put those cards in burn and stun. I just look at that and I say, there's gotta be more opportunities for these cards than just burn and stun. So that's what I'm just doing some looking. At least for a beat stick, this guy ain't bad. Yeah, I wish Monarchs actually benefited from the Morganite spells. They couldn't care less. The only thing they would benefit is just from extra normal summons, but with the most recent support they have gotten, I seriously doubt that they would care. Hold on. When this card is tribute summoned by tributing 2 Steel Swarm monsters, activate one of these effects, blow up all monsters on the field except him, or destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. You are literally just a walking nuke. What else we got? Once return of this was tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster. What level are you? You're level freaking 9. Once per turn, if this card was tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster, you can pay 1,000 life points to target one monster on the field to destroy that target. Why? He is a level 9. There's no reason to play this guy. Steel Swarm Hercules cannot be special summon, requires 3 Steel Swarm tributes. To normal summon, cannot be normal set. Once per turn, you can pay half your life points to destroy all other cards in the field. Why in the hell does this deck have 2 nukes? One requires life points. No. No, you only activate when you're tribute summoned. This guy doesn't care as long as he got tribute summoned. This deck is self-destructive as hell. It's like, oh, I got on the field and I was tribute summoned? Blow it up! Demise. You got me thinking there. Yeah, let's drop the ill swarms. Let's drop the ills and everything else. Hold on, I gotta get Master Duel open on this one. Wait, what the? Oh, pfft. It like popped over my stream. I thought I was streaming Master Duel. I need to hit related cards. We gotta find some stuff here. Which of these cards, if I hit related it... Oh, here we go. So, clear. Ritual, this mentions them. That mentions them. 1, 2, 3, and the other one is... Oh, Ruin Queen. Oh, Ruin, comma, Queen. Okay, you got my attention. Let's have a look at this. Hold on, let's get our 4s together and our 6s and the 8s and all those stuff. 8 and 8, 8 and 8, 10 and 10, alright. Alright, cleared my throat. Alright, you can ritual summon this card with Cycle of the World. This card's name becomes Demise, King of Armageddon. While in the hand or on the field, if this card is summoned, destroy one face-up card in the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one ritual monster you control. While it is face-up on the field, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your ritual monster effects. And Queen of Oblivion. Let's Cycle of the World. This card's name becomes Ruin Queen of Oblivion. While in the hand or on the field, if this card is ritual summoned, it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. This turn, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one ritual monster you control. While it is face up on the field, your opponent cannot activate. Wait. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one ritual monster you control. While it is face up on the field, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when your ritual monster declares an attack. Then Demise. You can ritual summon this card with End of the World. You can pay 2,000 life points, destroy all the cards in the field. You can ritual summon this card with End of the World. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can activate this effect. This card can make a second attack in a row. You can ritual summon this card with Cycle of the World. This card becomes while in the hand or on the field. While this ritual summon card is on the field, you can your ritual monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. If all monsters used to ritual summon this card If all monsters used to ritual summon this card were ritual monsters, you do not pay life points to activate its effects. Once per turn, you can pay 2,000 life points to destroy as many other cards on the field as possible. If you do, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each card that you controlled. I think, after reading these, I don't think the Morganite cards help as much. Just because only the spells and traps don't pay life points. Maybe I'm... Hold on, do these require life points? No. So the spells are still the spells. These 4 cards would not affect much, other than extra attacks for the rituals. Yeah, I'd say these probably have a better chance of just having the incantations for that. I'm gonna have a look through the archetype list here. What decks could use more summons? Alien? Alright. Sorry for going silent. Just munching on some pretzels. Alright, let's see here. Alien. There we go, related. Wait, they have a Gemini, don't they? Yes, you do. Whoop. Yeah, you do have a Gemini monster. It's not the worst. It's kind of interesting. But it's funny, if you had more than one summon per turn, the combination of... Where is it? Essentially, Alien Kid and Alien Mars would be kind of funny. Basically, spread them, summon, boop, dead. And then you just somehow protect Alien Mars, so your opponent's field's dead unless they do something to it. But it's not perfect, so let's keep looking. Hold on. Get rid of all that. Target one face-up monster on the field, summon alien monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you do, place 8 counters on that monster equal to the level that monster sent during your main phase, except the turn this card was in the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Add one alien monster from your deck to your hand. Code A Ancient Ruins isn't bad. God, that's bad. Oh, that's right, crop circles. A card whose text literally means you can't use it. Let's see. Hold on, the aliens have a link monster, right? Oh, 2 or more reptile monsters. Okay. And Cosmic Slicer Zero also adds a normal summon by removing A counters. I mean, if you do get rid of Attribute Summoning, this card could be used. That's right, you could use Alien Mother too. If you can get some 8 counters out. But your attack is pretty low. Let's see. This kind of works. I want to point out how bad that is. I know people are probably pointing out before, but I'm like looking at it going, why? Just gonna refresh my stream real quick. It's still working. Yeah, Flying Saucer music is like, it'd be great if you need extra monsters, but if I'm playing the Morganite cards, I kind of want you to not screw me over instead of my draw phase. Alien Warrior, when this card is destroyed by balance in the graveyard, place 2 8 counters on the... Let's destroy it. At this point, you're about to literally just be... You're here for a reason. Wait, if it's sent to the graveyard... That could also be for a Link summon. Hold on, let's have a quick look at Master Quick, Link, Reptile 2. There's seriously no... wait, I could probably enter that wrong. Link? Reptile... Oh, wrong one. Oh. I did not see that. Because if you get out 2 alien stealth busters, have them sent to the graveyard. Or just one in general. It could be useful. Alien. Related. Yeah, I'm gonna clear that for a second. Cosmic. There you are. The fact that that thing is a alien monster but not an alien is weird. And no, looking through it, yeah. Aliens really could use some support, couldn't they? Welcome back. Just munching on pretzel. There we go, I didn't want to talk with a full mouth. Alright. So, the Morganite cards, these three spells, literally alter how you play the game. Like Time Tearing. Sorry, each of the 3 spells have the exact same first effect. Pretzel. Sorry. That all 3 cards basically make it so you can't activate monster effects in the hand. Yes, pretzels are very good for slimes. Very nutritious. So Time Tearing Morganite, once you play this card for the rest of the turn, you get to draw 2 cards instead of 1 for your normal draw during the draw phase. And you can conduct 2 normal summons per turn instead of 1. All 3 of them have a banishment effect, so if you banish another copy of Time Tearing, your normal summons for the turn are unaffected. Your opponent can't mess with them. Song Summoning Morganite, again, negates, you can't activate cards from the hand. Monsters you control can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase, so they get more attacks. And any battle damage inflicted is doubled. If you banish this card from your graveyard, you can add a Morganite card from your deck to your hand. Then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. And the last one, Guilt Gripping Morganite. Basically, you can normal summon level 5 or higher monsters without tributing, and do not pay life points to activate spell or trap card effects. You can banish this card from your hand, from the graveyard, reveal a Morganite card in your hand, place the revealed card on the bottom of the deck, and draw 1 card, basically to get rid of extra crap in your hand. And Morgana is just basically a searcher, battle protection, and to basically OTK the opponent if your graveyard's perfectly loaded. I don't think that comes up very often. Magnesium mixed with wood. Cute. So basically, if these cards can basically alter how you play the game, what archetypes benefit from you messing with how the game's played? And right now, I'm starting to think aliens could be a deck perfect for that. I do hate how they literally say you can only control 1 overlord. I don't like that. But it is what it is. So, let's see. This card's moved field, all monsters that, yeah. Still not sure why they made this card. I don't think anyone's been able to get it off, but the fact you can just normal summon it now and spread A counters like crazy, Alien Mother could be a choice now. Yeah, I'm trying my best. It's like everyone who has picked up the Morganite cards basically plays a stun version, basically stops the opponent from doing anything playing the game, while you all alter how you play the game. And I looked at any Morganite deck right now, and it's all really boring. It's like, well, it's just nothing but floodgates, nothing but floodgates. So I'm looking through archetypes, hoping one is going to shine above all the rest. Though aliens could be a top contender for this. They don't activate anything from the hand. with the extra normal summons, and depending on what you get in your hand. Flying Saucer music is still so bad. Alien Warrior. Probably required to play it just for the attack stat. Or if you're able to hold out, Alien Stealth Buster is decent. Alien Skull sucks. You contribute one face-up level 3 or lower monster on your opponent's side of the field to special summon this card to your opponent's side of the field. If you switch summon this monster this way, place an 8 counter on this card, and you cannot normal summon or set the same turn. Sorry, that's bad. That's really bad. Screw that. Alien Telepath. Back row removal for removal of an A counter. That's not too good. If this card destroys a monster with an A counter by battle, it can attack once again in a row. That's terrible. Gemini monster. Oh, that's another archetype. I need to look into Geminis. I wonder if they could actually get have their ability. If they could actually use their effects. Right now, the meta shifts between Calyrex Rider forms and Kyogre with Arculodon. I'm pretty sure there's also the stupid cat that just owns the battlefield. Well, it takes a little bit since I gotta remember how these guys play. Also have to also remember that a lot of the archetypes that I'm picking up really suck, so I gotta really dig deep and think, okay, how bad are you? Oh, I did not know that card existed. Nice. You could probably play Ancient Ruins. It's Alien Monster, but yeah, I think Aliens, let's put that down here. Aliens are a good contender for these cards. Alright, this one I'm gonna hate. Gemini. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. But the fact that if you get this shit off, level 8 monsters that can be just normal summoned right out the gate. This is gonna be interesting. Actually, put that down here instead. Stands out more. Literally going to put one of every. Not that Gemini. That'll technically help Gemini monsters. I have a feeling there's a lot more than that. Hold on. Go to Master Duel. Where's the Gemini sub-archetype? There it is. Actually, yeah, that'd just be easier. Monster, sub-archetype, Gemini. God, it's a lot of monsters. Trying to find out who actually has good Gemini effects, which ones have bad ones, and which ones can actually... could probably be of use now. Alright, let's have a look now. God, this is one of the cards I'm surprised no one immediately came out with. The fact that you can now normal summon level 5 or higher monsters. And someone's brain didn't immediately go, what if I could make Gemini something now? If that was ever a sentence anyone could ever use other than Duel Links. That looks like power is off the table for the day. We'll see. I'll probably spend about a half hour left on this. Just because I want to look up some more Gemini. And then we'll probably swap to Power World. Unless I have to... Ooh, it's 7 o'clock. Again, I'll think about it. Okay, so we got here. What in the... There you go. So, Phoenix Carefreed. If your opponent activates a spell card, you can target one Gemini monster in your graveyard, special summon that target during either player's turn. When a spell trap card is activated that targets a monster in the field, you can send one face-up equipped card you control the graveyard to negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Oh, hold the fuck on. If your opponent activates a spell card, you can target one Gemini monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. During either player's turn, when a spell or trap card is activated that targets a monster on the field, you can send one face-up equipped card you control the graveyard and negate the activation. That shit is not once per turn. Oh, you're staying in the deck. What do you do? While face up on the field in the graveyard, while this card is a normal monster in the field, you can normal summon it to have its effect monster. The normal summon of a Gemini monster cannot be negated. Once per turn, you can banish one Gemini monster from your graveyard and target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. You are for Link. You are for a rank 8, my friend. Or to stop your normals from not dying. You are literally just No, you are Heavy Storm. You are literally Heavy Storm, and I don't have to tribute shit to get you out. Okay. Hydreigon. So when he becomes an effect monster, when another Gemini monster is normal summoned, you can make that monster gain 500 attack and defense. God, you can normal summon shit twice. You could just be a permanent buff to the field. If a Gemini monster you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one other card you control instead. I'd rather you just be out for the... probably just for the buffs, honestly. If damage calculation is performed involving this card at the end of the battle phase, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's original attack.
Oh boy. The fact I can get you these cards out with little to nothing now.
Okay, Red Eyes, Archfiend of Lightning. This card's tree has yep. Once per turn, you can destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls with defense lower than this card's attack.
This effect would be good if I swear every
Extra deck monster I see summoned nowadays just says, hey, I either have some broken crap I can activate when I head to the graveyard, I have an effect that just says, screw you, I don't die, or they have like 2,000 or higher, so that's probably a bad card. Doom Shaman. Planet Zombie. Da, 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 da. So other than the one I just pitched, there's only like 2 other fiends you work for. Are they good? Nope. And nope. You're gone. Chthonian Emperor Dragon. A monster that can't hit over Dark Magician just says I can attack twice for being a level 6 monster. That's weaker than some Skull. No. Gigaplant. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 insect or plant monster from your hand or graveyard. Plant only. Whoop. Hold up. Insect or plant. Okay. I'll get you in a second because you're level 5. Once each with a tech set. Ooh, Grass Chopper might be good. We'll look at that in a bit. Light or plant. No, insect or plant. Yeah, get rid of that shit. Ooh, insect. You are literally the only insect. So there's no plant Geminis, but you can special summon from your hand or graveyard. As nice as this is, it's probably not that good. Because if I don't have any other plant or insect Gemini monsters to really go off of, you don't really help much. So, off you go. Illbud. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 zombie monster from your hand, or either from you can special summon 1 zombie monster from your hand or either graveyard, but it leaves the field. But if this leaves the field, destroy all zombie monsters special summoned by this effect. Noted. You are a self-destruct button. So you special summon zombies from hand or either graveyard, so I can probably pitch some stuff. Do I have any other zombie Geminis by chance? I got 1. Scalosaurus. When this card becomes Earth Dinosaur type, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by balancing into the graveyard, you can special summon that monster to your field in defense position if you do become Zombie type. It's a bit weird considering your attack set's so damn low. Waiting for a monster that says I'm supposed to beat over your monster for a Gemini, so that's a little bit bad. Oop, another zombie. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacked a special summon monster, you can banish that monster. Oh, hold on. Alright, so... Special summon it from the grave. Normal summon it to become attack. Attack into it, lose life points. And banish it. Let's see what other zombies I have and see if they can't put some more weight into this decision. No, that's literally it. So if you two literally are codependent on each other, but you're both gone. Alright, Meteor Dragon, Red Eyes Impact. If you could protect this, I could literally just run Red Eyes monsters. Just because I could. They don't die by battle, and they don't die to card effects. I'll keep around for the moment. You have me intrigued. Heretic Seal of the Dragon King. You can tribute this card, especially summon Heretic monster except Heretic Seal. So anything but itself from your hand, deck, or graveyard in face of defense position. But I would only be using it on the other heretic cards. Which don't really care, so you're out. I have a special spot in my heart for Grass Chopper right now. King Pyron. Once per turn, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. I am not. You are a level 5, and for that, no. I forgot they made literally an elemental hero Neo's Gemini monster. I actually forgot this. We're going to set you to the side. No, there's no reason to play you. And it's not just because you're a hero, like, you don't really synergize with anyone else other than if I magically had the... Whoop. Whoop, that's right, I was supposed to be... Wait... I forgot I was supposed to help Red Frog if he felt like learning to stream. help you with. So wasn't I supposed to help you with streaming today? Let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah. Unless I can somehow do contact fusion in this deck, which I don't think would help the deck very much, you're gone. Check one face-up card in the field. You can place a spell counter on play. You can place it. Oh. Let's see. Oh yeah, sorry. Red Frog, you forgot. You've been asking me to help you with this. I've been very busy waiting on my friend to get on. Sorry. Let's see. It's fine. We will have to try again when you have time off. There we go. Yep, I had a feeling he forgot. He forgot last time. Well, no, wait. No, he didn't have time last time. I forgot last time. Right. 600 attack for a spell counter. That might be on there. Alright, so that's the end of that conversation. Alright. Trade as a normal monster, face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is face up on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become... For some reason, you and Gearfried over here want to send equipped spells to the graveyard. I'm going to find out why. I'll hold on to you. To a Magician. What's the synchro monster that are for Gemini? What do you do? Once per turn, you can send one Gemini monster from your hand to the graveyard to select and destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can select one Gemini monster in your graveyard and special summon it. The special summon monster is treated as an effect monster. It gains its effects. I could special summon out a level 4 tuner and not have to rely on a tuner Gemini that just says, hey, I become a tuner as I'm normal summoned twice. Yeah. It just requires a Gemini monster be used as fodder. You can go die, tuner magician. No. Gemini Lancer. During battle between this attacking card and a defense position monster's defense is lower than the attack of this card, inflict the difference. You do piercing. No. Dark Valkyria. Once while this card is face up on the field, you can place a spell counter on it. This card gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You remove one spell counter from this card, then target one monster on the field, destroy that target. So you get more powerful each turn, and you are technically a monster pop. Okay. Oh, I'll hate if their effects are bad enough, because I swear Konami sees a Gemini monster and they're like, oh wait, yes, this effect could probably be too powerful as normal summon. Let's have it pick its nose for an effect. Yes, I'm going to hate on a Gemini that bad. Well, I know what I don't want, but I can also look at a card and go, you just trash. So, oh, that's right, you are Gemnite. No. Ancient Gear Knight literally just becomes an Ancient Gear. Do you know? Night Day Grepher. During your end phase, you can target one equipped spell card in your graveyard or add that target to your hand. Okay, the other two were about equip spells. I'll keep you around. I don't know what's getting banished from this deck yet, so I'm going to assume no. Future Samurai. What do you do? Once per turn, you can banish one monster from your graveyard to target one face-up monster on the field. Destroy that target. What's your attack stat? No, like, a Gemini monster should have an effect that's going to blow my freaking mind. Like this one. You can tribute this card, then target one Gemini monster in your graveyard except Blazewing Butterfly special summon that target. If you do, it becomes an effect monster and gains its effects. Literally trading one Gemini monster for another. Blazewing Butterfly is perfection. Like, that Gemini effect has to be the biggest trade-off possible for you having to use up 2 normal summons. God, is Blazewing Butterfly... That one brings the thunder. Evocator... Evoque? Okay. If this card is normal special summon, you can target one Fire Warrior monster or one Gemini monster in your graveyard. Special summon and special summon it. Look at this one. This Gemini monster is raw. Yes. This one I like. Basically, you can. This thing isn't even level restricted. If you have a Gear Free in the graveyard, Evocator is coming out in full force. I will take that wonderful fire monster. Okay. Let's see. Phantom Dragon Ray Bronto. The original attack of this card becomes 2,300. If this card attacks, it is changed defensive position at the end of the battle phase. It cannot be changed until the end of your next turn, except with a card effect. Beat Stick, bye bye. Goggle Golem. Attack buff, bye bye. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends to the graveyard, they randomly discard 1 card. Unless I'm packing Moon Mirror Shield, which I'll think about it, I'm not using this card, so I'm going to hold on to you, because I think Moon Mirror Shield would be very good for both you and Grass Chopper if I use it. Because this is not once per turn, and I can attack monsters twice per turn. Lucky Pied Piper. When this card destroys an opponent's... Jesus Christ. Yeah, another one. If I'm playing Moon Mirror Shield, this is actually worth it. Because I'm drawing 2 cards for kicking 2 monsters' asses. It's perfect. Alright, and you. So when it becomes effect monster, if this card is normal or special summoned... What? Yeah, what you gonna do about it, see? I'm the godfather of crappy cards. Okay, so when it's normal... Wait. Well, this card's baffling me right now. It shares a normal summon while face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with these effects. This, why did they put special summoned? I think this is a good card, but why? The fact that it put special summoned.
When it's in the graveyard, it's a normal monster.
So if you had to special summon it from an odd location, why special? Oh, okay.
My brain do not know how brain work for this card. Jesus.
You can add one spell trap card from your deck to your hand that has Gemini monster in its text. You can only use this effect once per turn. That should be it twice per turn, considering how long it takes to get this card out in the first place. This card becomes a machine monster. Also, it gains 500 attack. That's not the worst thing.
You're needed, unfortunately,
because I need to get probably good spells back. Gemnite. Another Gemnite. Jesus, what were they thinking about making Gemnites Gemini?
Nope.
You are not becoming an effect monster just for you to have big, beefy defense points. Oh my god. This one's perfect. The fact that you're allowed to attack twice per turn. And if you equip this thing with any protection that stops battle destruction, this thing is a god. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving this card. Holy crap. This thing could run into my opponent twice. Let's say a Blue Eyes monster. And if I could protect this, give this thing battle protection, my opponent is taking 4,600 attack from. Hold on, wait. Does he get 2 attacks or can he attack multiple times? Let me reread Succumbing Song Morganite. Monsters you control can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. God, get the right amount of cards, some protection, and Magical Reflex Slime. Wait, is that what his name? Yeah, Magical Reflex Slime could win the duel before turn 4 by himself. If your opponent has any monsters out on the field, I'm keeping you. You actually have shenanigans I could fuck with. That's so good. Alright. This card is traded as a normal monster while face up. Yep. When it becomes an effect monster, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 Gemini monster in the graveyard, supposed to summon in defense position. That's not bad. Chemicritter Carbo Crab. During the main phase, you can send 1 Gemini monster from your deck to the graveyard, then add 1 Gemini monster from your deck to your hand. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, you've fit the bill. Gemini Soldier. Once per turn, this card would be destroyed by battle. It is not destroyed if this card battles after battle damage. Hold on. Let me reread this. Once per turn, if this card would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. If this card battles after damage calculation, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower Gemini monster from your deck. During the battle phase, when you can't normal summon it for it to become an effect monster you can use. And that's your stat line. Hold on. Again, this is one of those, wait, hold on. So again, if we're running Moon Mirror Shield, let's put that in effect. So, If somehow, if it would be destroyed, it's not. Even if it's special summon, I can have a defense and then normal summon it, so it would be fine. But that's once per turn. If this card battles after damage calculation, you can special summon. Not a once per turn, can summon 2 level 4 lower Gemini monsters from your deck. Alright, I'll keep you in. You're worth considering. Oxyox. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 Gemini monster from your hand, and if you do, all Gemini monsters you currently control become that monster's level until the end of this turn. You are strictly for rank 8s. Because I remember, you're the reason you get out the Hydra and the Minotaur up there. So you're fine. What the hell does this Duck Dummy do? So when it becomes an effect monster, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neither player can target this card with card effects. The attacks from your opponent's monsters become direct. Nope. I don't need direct attacks on me. I'm gonna double check. I saw the sub archetype of Gemini, but I know there's some monsters that help Geminis in other ways. Gemini. Did I spell that right? Gemini. Yep. Damn, the Gemini elves from Rush Duel don't look too bad. Alright, so I'm looking for the monsters that say Gemini, but don't have in their card text. So you don't have in the sub archetype. So you. Who else doesn't have it? And there's as a sub archetype. You don't. That's Gemini Imp. Nope. You technically help Gemini. You help Geminis. You help Geminis. What in the... That's an illegal card. That's right. Any spell that mentions Gemini that's not up here? Oh, it's spell or trap. Got it. 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 Oh, one trap. 2 traps. 3 traps. 4 traps. 5 traps. Alright, let's have a look at these monsters. Featherizer. When this card is destroyed by balance in the graveyard, you can summon one Gemini monster from your deck to the graveyard and draw 1 card. When this card is destroyed by balance in the graveyard, you can send 1 Gemini monster from your deck to the graveyard and draw 1 card. Well, I mean, you are... Well, technically I'm using up a normal summon and life points for a 1 draw and 1 foolish burial. I'll think on you. Gotta see if the positives outweigh the negatives on him. Sublimation Knight? If this card is normal or special summoned, you can equip 1 Fire Warrior or 1 Gemini monster from your hand or deck to this card as an equipped card that gives this card 500 attack. If this card in its owner's control is destroyed by its opponent's card wall with a Gemini monster, you can special summon as many of those Gemini monsters from your graveyard as possible. Hold on, what? Hold on. If this card is normal special summoned, you can equip a Fire Warrior or one Gemini monster from your hand or deck to this card as an equip spell that gives 500 attack.
Okay, that part I got.
If this card in its owner's control is destroyed by its opponent's card while equipped with a Gemini monster or monsters, you can special summon as many of those Gemini monsters from your graveyard as possible as effect monsters that gain effects. So whatever is equipped to you and blows up immediately becomes effect monsters. I will literally have to ram you into the opponent. But then again, that means you are literally a good going second card, because then they would just immediately get special summoned and be ready for battle ASAP. That's not bad. Not bad.
I actually like that.
Woodland Archer. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. Huh? This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by having 2 or more normal monsters in your graveyard. You can tribute this card to add 1 Gemini monster from your deck to your hand. What in the... So... what this thing is essentially saying is, for me to even normal summon you to get your effect, I have to...
see if I can't find it.
I essentially had to painful choice and then pray I send a normal monster to the graveyard by another card.
Um,
It's a searcher. Here comes the difficult part. I'm gonna put you at the end of these guys. I need to think. Gemini Scorpion. When this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Gemini monster from your hand. That's not bad. Actually, I'd be more shocked if this card was supposed to be the tuner for that level 8 synchro down there. That would have been awesome. Gemini Summoner. Once returned during your opponent's end phase, you can pay 500 life points. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon / set 1 Gemini monster from your hand or normal summon 1 face-up Gemini monster you control. The first time this card will be destroyed by battle each turn is not destroyed. This card would be great if I have locked down my opponent, which this deck probably can't do. That's assuming my opponent lets me, especially in a Gemini deck, so I'm gonna go with no. Oh god, no, this is one of those where it's like, God, I wish I wish this card had like even higher stats. Like it was like a level 6, level 5 or 6 that had godlike stats. This would be perfect. Energy Bravery. Gemini monsters I control that are treated as effect monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Oh my god. That's so good. My opponent would have to be battle focused only. I'm gonna hold on to you. Woodland Archer. I just don't want to use up a normal summon to tribute him to add a Gemini to my hand. But I'm gonna keep him on here for now because I don't think I have much. I don't think I have the greatest of options. Because let's see, graveyard, search spells. I'm mostly getting it through draws. Let's hold on to him. Dimmer Synthesis. Activate one of these effects. Oh right, you're the searcher of the deck. Which means you search Cattle's Field. So God, I like that. Catalyst feels like clearly someone forgot about the double summon spell card. Yeah, but do I want to really bog down the rest of my deck with even more spells? Because I haven't even gotten to the spells and trap cards yet. Because I'm like, how much more can I squeeze out of this deck? Because now I'm reading Catalyst Field for the first time. I do love that it's like, each turn, one level 5 or higher Gemini monster you normal summon can be summoned without tributing. Well, yeah. Well, the OCG just said, well, I can do it permanently if I get this card out. So I love I have a backup for another level 5. I like that. So I'll work on the double summon in a second. I need to look at this. Though I do love Painful Choice. I do want to put that over here. So let's see. We'll see, considering this has me up to 3 so far. I gotta see what all my other cards do here. Then you can only gain this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target one card your opponent controls, banish one Gemini monster you control that is treated as an effect monster and has gained its effects until your opponent's end phase. And if you do, destroy that card. I get the card back. Dimmer Synthesis. What does this card do besides search out the field spell? I'm trying to remember. Add one Catalyst Field from your deck to your hand. Add one. Oh, I only get one. Add one Burnout and one Chemicritter monster from your deck to your hand. Oh, you can only use each effect once per turn, so if I have two... Okay, that's right. So this is supposed to swing for game. Oh, that's cute. Well, it's literally another field searcher, so we'll go with it. Shipper's double summon. That still sucks. Wait. Let's keep it around because I remember some of these are real cute. Wait, no. You would basically only work for... Quick pipe at tribute immediately become an effect without using normal summon. We'll hold on to you. Gemini Spark. Tribute level 4 Gemini monster, then target one card on the field, destroy it. If you do, draw one card. Unleash your power. All Gemini monsters that were on your side of the field when this card was activated are treated as effect monsters and gain their effects. During the end phase of this turn, set all monsters affected by this card's effect. The reason why I even consider this is the fact that I'm getting 2 normal summons per turn with time tearing. I have a permanent double summon. I'm trying to see how much this deck can do without having to add double summon along with it. So let's see here. So for 1 turn, any card that is not an effect monster becomes an effect monster, gains their effects, then gets set to face down position. What about this one? Gear Breed. During your draw phase, instead of conducting your normal draw, you can add 1 equipped spell from your deck to the from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If you control an equipped spell, you can place 1 fire monster or If you control an equipped spell, you can place 1 fire warrior monster or 1 Gemini monster from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. Draw 1 card. Oh, I could literally use Gear Breed to get another card per turn. But I'd strictly have to play Equips and Fire Warriors. Herculean Power. Once per turn, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower Gemini monster from your hand. That's a nice comeback mechanic if my opponent would let me. I know that they immediately would look at this card and go for it. Supervise. Equip only to a Gemini monster, it becomes an effect monster and it gains its effects. If this face-up card is sent from the field to the graveyard, target 1 normal monster in your graveyard is supposed to summon it. You're the card that everyone wants to that the my Fire Warrior Geminis want. Alright. Gemini Booster. Equip this card to a Gemini monster you control as an equipped card. It gains 700 attack. When this card is destroyed while equipped and sent to the graveyard, select 1 face-up Gemini monster and treat as an effect monster. Okay, Burnout. Banish 1 face-up Chemicritter monster you control. Special summon 2 Chemicritter monsters from your deck with different names from each other. When your opponent declares a direct attack, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 of your banished Gemini monsters, special summon it. If you do, it becomes an effect monster and gains its effect. What is this? Banish. Special summon 2 Chemicritters. Hold on, are the 2 big guys Chemicritters? Yes, they are. That's your targets. So you're definitely playing Burnout. Banish this card from your graveyard. Target 1 of your banished Gemini monsters, special summon it. Which is the one you already banished. If you do, it becomes an effect monster and gains effects. You can only activate 1 Burnout per turn, so that's why it's once on your turn, once on theirs. Okay. Gemini Trap Hole. That is true, but I want to see if I can get more permanent summoning. For right now, I haven't even gone through all the cards, so that's not what I'm worried about right now. Activate. So this is literally, wow, Gemini Trap Hole is literally a lightning storm without, no. This is a good card, but only when your monster is destroyed by battle, which is your opponent's last shit to give when they can destroy everything else through card effects. And board breakers, so I'll sit on that card. Gemini Abolition? Ablation. There we go. During the main phase, you can discard one card, then activate one of these effects. Special summon one Gemini monster from your deck as an effect monster that gains its effects. Ooh. Tribute one Gemini monster, and if you do, special summon one Fire Warrior monster from your hand or deck. Then, if you tribute a Gemini monster that was treated as an effect monster and had gained its effects, you can also destroy one card on the field. That is a good trap card. I discard a card, which I'm gaining 2 per turn when I have that card out. Yeah, so basically I have all the cards to just toss away as I want. 2 per turn. And each time I special summon a Gemini from the deck, I just get an effect monster for free. In that sense. I'm not a fan of the second effect that I have to discard and tribute, but I get a specific monster I want. And if it was already an effect monster by some other means, I just get also a free pop, so it kind of just fixes its own problem. But yeah, definitely Gemini Ablation. Let's see. Gemini Counter. Change one face-up Gemini monster you control to face-down defense position and negate the activation of opponent's spell card and destroy it. This is one of those I don't think it'd be good in the deck because I would... I mean, if it was a regular or normal monster, it'd be fine. These spell and traps I'll have to hold on to. I'm not sure yet. Let's go through the extra deck monsters. Oh wait, first, definitely want to get this in my deck. Come on, you. You. Oh yeah, gotta get that Moon Mirror Shield in there. Okay, requires 2 Gemini monsters. All Gemini monsters on the field are treated as effect monsters and gain their effects. God, if I had that on the turn,
first turn, yeah, I would be set for life.
Spell.
Poly and fusion. Let's see. Didn't know that was alternate art. Instant fusion, no.
Fusion someone dark. Machine fusion. Fright fur. Does fusion deployment work on a card that just says it requires a Gemini monster? Fusion deployment only works on specified names, if I remember correctly. It's specifically listed, yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Send one tuner and one non-tuner from your face-up field to the graveyard. Special summon both of the following monsters from your extra deck. One synchro monster that could be synchro summoned using just those two monsters in the graveyard as material. One fusion monster that could be fusion summoned using just two of those monsters in the graveyard as material. You cannot special summon from the extra deck the turn you activate this card, except fusion or synchro. You can only...
Oh my god, I could do that. I so could do that. I'd have to use that really bad tuner, but I could do it. Because technically it's possible, but I did. God damn it.
I'm actually bringing that card back. I'll grab in a second. Let me go through the rest of these polys. A card I call trash can somehow magically get out two cards specifically designed for fucking Geminis. Of course, of course.
I don't know if it would work, but in my head it works.
Okay, it requires 3 or more monsters to do it.
This is just fusion summon twice. Okay.
Fusion summon one spellcaster fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials. Spellcaster. What are you?
Dragon. Let's say that thing is stitched together. I almost thought that it could have been a zombie.
Fusion conscription.
That's kind of funny. You can just get any...
Oh, specifically listed.
Damn it.
Evil Mind.
Fusion recovery.
Dimension Fusion. Wait, how does that... Don't know how that counts as polymerization, but okay.
Oh, it's banned.
Regular poly, always had that. Fusion of Fire. Oh, it's a Salamang, great card, okay. Add regular poly, face card fusion. Add one edge imp and one poly from your hand to your deck. From deck to hand. Witchcrafter Confusion Confession. Ghost Fusion. Miracle Synchro Fusion. Spiral Fusion. Particle Fusion. Okay, I'm gonna go back up to the top for Gemini Fusion. Oh shit, that's just for... It's just for Geminites only. Well, shit. Send on from your side of the field to the graveyard the fusion material monsters that are listed on a Gemini Fusion. God, if only that fusion monster counted as a Gemini, I'd be laughing my ass off. Oh well. Mutant Fusion, should all... Miracle, Odd Eyes, Revoke. Why was that printed? Revoke Fusion. Fusion Destiny. Parallel Fusion, Elemental Hero, but... Damn. That's dark. Metal Foes. Heavy Polymerization. AI Love Fusion. Fossil Fusion. Target monster you control, reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck, and if you do, the target's monster's name can be treated as... oh. Eh. Damn it, any of these cards I really want to add, just say it must be specifically listed. Son of a... Nope. Ancient Gear, Pendulum, Signet. Gemnite. Dowsing. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it. Damn. Pendulum only. Metaphors Fusion Substitute. Fusion Substitute. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters to control its fusion material. Ultra Poly. You can banish this. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fusion monster that was fusion summoned with this card's effect. Oof. If I'm gonna re-poly, that'd be fine, but that's not happening. Neospatians. Sabatiel. Lunalights, Trickstar. Phantasm, Dark Fusion. Thunder Dragon, Fossil Fusion, Dimension Destruction, Dimension Fusion Destruction, Fusion Birth. Oh, we're getting to anime territory. Video game, VG, Rush cards, anime. Oh, here we go. Shadal. Uh, Predaplant, Dire Wrestler. Fusion summon fusion monster from your extra deck using monster controls. Fusion materials destroyed during the end phase. Hell no. Full metal of metal foes. Buster Blader. Battle fusion. When an attack is declared involving a fusion monster you control an opponent's monster, that monster you control gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster. Oh. Super Poly would be nice if it actually worked from my side. Overfusion, target one face-up monster on the field, reveal one elemental hero Neospatian or one level 10 monster. No. Cybernetic fusion support. Chimera. It's mostly for, yeah. Poly. Don't know how that's in there. Memento fusion. Blue Eyes fusion. Relinquished defuse. Earthbound. You can only activate this card during the main phase unless a card is in the field zone. Fusion summon one Dark Fusion monster from your extra deck using materials from your hand or field as material. During your main phase, if a card is in the field zone, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon an Earthbound monster from your hand or graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon. Turn except. Okay. Animes, video games, animes. Scatter Fusion. During your main phase, if your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon one non-rock Gemnite monster from your extra deck. Got so many Gemnites. Fight for Factory. Future Fusion. Archer Chronicle, that's mostly for you, Bell. Salamandra. Okay, Fusion Weapon. That's not Poly. Nope. Shadal. Refusion. That'd be interesting. Fusion Recycling Plant. Once per turn, you can discard one card, add one polymerization from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Once per turn, during the end phase, you can target one monster in your graveyard that was used as fusion material for a fusion summon this turn, add to your hand. That's a field spell, and I don't exactly want to... Yeah, I don't want to get rid of a normal summon. Fusion Gate, I know what that does. Cyber Dark. Alright. Clear. Monster. Where is it? I love how I call this card absolute garbage. The fact that if I played that fusion card, I could literally look at my opponent and say, see, if I had normal summon and became a tuner, I get both I get both a fusion monster and a synchro monster that could use it. See? See? Oh god. If it actually works, I'm going to die laughing. Because I don't think there's any other Gemini monster that is technically a tuner. I'm literally going through all these just to make sure. Alright, I'm gonna work on this another time. I need to go eat a little bit. I gotta eat a little bit, take my pill, and then I'll probably do some Power World for the rest of the night. But first... Gemini? Gemini... Morganite. Alright. Alright. I am gonna go eat for a little bit, take my pill, and then I'm probably gonna get ready for a Power World stream.